I paid a top dev $300 to teach me how he finds Roblox game ideas. And if you think this is cap, let me just show you some quick proof. Okay. This is me talking to One Cole, if you guys don't know him. He basically made this game, My Singing Brain Rot, with almost 300 million visits. Sold it for a bag to a big studio. He also has this game, Hide or Die, with almost 1 billion visits. I'm sure you guys have seen this on your homepage. And for all the haters, here's legitimately a screenshot. I don't know how I can make this any more clear. A screenshot of me paying this dude $300 via PayPal for some consultation. Okay. So what he gave me is something called the checklist. Okay. Now, my intention is to make this a 3-part series. In this first part, we're going to go over the first thing in Cole's checklist, and that is, has this game idea been done outside of Roblox before? And, this is the caveat, and worked. Okay? Okay, let's dive in. Has this game idea been done outside of Roblox before and worked? Simply what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go over all of the methods that I've discovered on how to find Roblox game ideas. Stick with me till the end because I'm going to go over my favorite method, and I think it is definitely the most untapped. Reason I say that is because this specific method that I'll end up mentioning towards the end is a method that I post about on Twitter, and it pissed off the most people. So usually when people get mad, you know you're hitting the right button. Anyways, the first method to finding Roblox game ideas off platform is called delete this bro. Okay? I'm just fucking with you guys. First place really is just old school Flash games, man. This is not a surprise to some of you seasoned devs. But if you look at like the Forge, Fire Attack, I think the dev's name is, he's talked about this publicly, that the Forge was heavily inspired by this Flash game called Jack Smith, okay? Now, a lot of you young kids probably don't even know what a Flash game is, man. Like, I'm unk as fuck. We grew up playing these games on our internet browsers, okay? In my day and age, dude, I grew up, there was a shared family computer, dog, okay? So take a guess how fucking old I am. Anyways, The Abyss, again, inspired by a Flash game called The Fisher Cat, okay? How do you actually find these Flash games? Well, here's some sites, and again, I'm just making this so easy for you guys, okay? First one is Addicting Games, my OGs. You guys already know, man. I grew up playing this shit. Balloons Tower Defense, for example, inspired this game called Papa Balloon, which is made by another YouTuber. I can't remember the name of his channel on the top of my head, but he's a G. Love his content. He even openly talks about this game being heavily inspired by Balloons Tower Defense. Okay? A sneaky one is Cool Math Games, all right? You guys already know, like, we played this shit in school because it wasn't blocked. If you just go here, top 10, okay, you can find games that are the most popular on this site. Now, when I'm looking on these sites, what am I looking for? Let me actually show you guys really quick. So like Tiny Fishing, this was a game idea I was playing with a while back. What I'm looking for is signals of demand. What do I mean by that? Okay. I mean basically a quantifiable number that shows that people are actually interested in this core loop. Okay. Here you can see this game has 3 million ratings. Now, this is a 2D Flash game. Okay. It's going to take a little bit of creativity to turn this into a 3D working Roblox game, okay? Speaking of 3D games, this one is personally my favorite place to find Flash games or just like internet browser games. It's crazy games. Reason being is they have games made by the Unity engine, okay? So what that means is some of these games are 3D, and they're already 3D, bro. Makes it even easier for you to translate it to Roblox. So if you go here, you go popular games, and just look through here, man, okay? I personally prefer games that are like, maybe tycoon-y, simulator games, games that can be played with friends. Like, you guys can have fun with this, right? Go multiplayer, dig deeper into it. Personally, I think a huge underserved market on Roblox is PvP cart games, and that's validated here. Like, if I click in here, you'll see this game has been played a ton. I've even talked to my buddy about this. This was actually one of his original ideas, but this is a great execution of it. And for some reason, Crazy Games just fucking bugs my computer, dude. So bear with me. But yeah, if you look here, man, this is what I'm looking for is like 200,000 votes. Okay. A bonus tip would be to scroll down and see if any content creators have made content on the game, because that's also a signal of demand. Okay. 113,000 views 4 years ago. I'll show you guys like an example. And I guess I thought I was slick in my last video, but a ton of you guys sniped this game that I'm prototyping. Airport security, right? Great little loop this game has here. 85,000 votes, not much, but what was interesting to me is a big YouTuber played it, okay, years ago. And that, for me, is signal of demand of either the core fantasy, which is like being an airport TSA agent, or just like it having hilarious, funny, clippable moments. 6.2 million views 4 years ago. These are the things you guys want to start look for is actual data that backs up that this is a good game idea. Not just being on most popular, but like dig a little bit deeper, see if content creators have played it. Ideally, it's not already executed on Roblox. So like for this game, for example, like what I would do is then go look on Roblox, see what other airport security games exist, what genre are they in, and then see if they're really fulfilling that same core fantasy that this game is fulfilling. And I'm going to make future videos about core fantasy because I'm starting to learn about it, and I think it's really, really powerful when it comes to game ideation. And yeah, that's a lot of yapping. Anyways, honorable mention, newgrounds.com. Dude, some of my old heads watching this, man, like we grew up on this shit, dude. Old school, okay? You go here, you can go games, you can go popular, same kind of deal, right? Just look for signals of demand, okay? Now, again, what you're looking for, just to summarize, is how many people played it, you know, things like upvotes, content creators made videos about it. Either, ideally for me, I think it's good if it was years ago. That means that there was a point in time when there's demand for it. There probably still is demand for it, just no one has made a newer, updated version of that core loop, okay? Moving on to the next place to find game ideas off platform, Xbox Game Pass. Okay. Now, I just want to make a quick mention that what Cole told me here, he has said publicly, if you do some digging in YouTube videos he's been in. So, Cole, don't hate me, bro. All right. But Xbox Game Pass. So, I'm a PC gamer. I have Game Pass. I also have an Xbox. You guys probably have already spotted this, but again, pattern recognition, right? Quarantine Zone, The Last Check. Huge game. Basically, Zombie Borderline made the exact same game. And I was playing this recently. There's actually a few games that came up on Roblox that use that same core loop. I literally think it's just called Quarantine Zone. Okay. Quarantine Zone. Yeah, right here. And he literally even says this game was inspired by Quarantine Zone. I mean, Quarantine Border. Okay. So Xbox Game Pass, if you are like a console gamer, very underrated place to find game ideas. Okay. Again, demand signals, good reviews, play the game. Ask yourself, would a kid understand how to play this game? Because I think a real talent and skill that developers have is taking an adult game like Quarantine Zone, which is obviously rated M, and dumbing down the mechanics so that it's readable to a large audience on Roblox. I think that is a huge skill that very high-end developers have. Next one, digging a hole. Now, I don't know if this came before or after Roblox, so don't get pissed off at me for this one, bro. But if you look at Dig to Escape, Dig the Backyard, right? Again, for this one specifically, I don't know which one came first. Whatever. Moving on to the next one, the most underrated and my personal favorite is TikTok challenges. Okay, I posted about this on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, it's somewhere on my YouTube channel. You guys can follow me there. But TikTok challenges, okay? How to find game ideas that are TikTok challenges. Just fucking scroll TikTok, bro. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay? Look at Bomb Chip, right? If you look at Bomb Chip, 260 million visits, okay? Very easy mini game to make. This is why it's personally my favorite, all right? There's obviously balancing. It still takes talent to execute this. But I think the time required to actually dev a mini game challenge like this is very low. If you look at like games like Blind Shot, I mean Silent Assassins, games like this. That's why it's my personal favorite. And it's untapped in my opinion. So if you guys know anything about the Bomb Chip Challenge, like look it up on TikTok. It's all over the place. This dev was really smart and made it into a game. Okay. Here's another example, the Lying Challenge. I don't know if you guys have seen this challenge on TikTok, but it's basically like person on the left describes what they have in their hand, and then this person tries to guess it. From my understanding, I don't fucking know. Maybe I misunderstood that. I haven't watched videos like that in a while. I don't even watch this type of content, so don't get pissed off at me, bro. Whatever. Okay. 78 million visits. Exact same thing. Lying challenge. I mean, this is smart, dude, right? It's taking like a little cultural phenomena and turning it into a game, right? Because people seeing this challenge probably want to do it with their friends, but they can't because maybe their friend lives in a different country. I don't know, dude. So now they can play the same challenge with their friends, but in a Roblox experience. So it's smart, man. Here's another one. Rubber band watermelon. Almost 20 million visits. Quick, easy games, in my opinion, dude. So highly, highly underrated. Just scroll TikTok, look at challenges, and yeah, man. Now for some honorable mentions. Okay. The iOS and Google Play Store. A lot of devs probably know about this one already. But just see what's popping on iOS, dude. See what's popping on Google Play Store. If you guys have seen this game, like there's so many, it's like a meme that this is like a fake mobile game. Okay. Well, this dev actually turned it into a Roblox game. 11 mil visits. It had like 13K CCU at one point. I was watching this game like a hawk. Kind of died low key, but hey, this guy got his bag, right? He capitalized on that shit, so that was smart. Kudos to him. If you look at Cole's game, right, My Singing Brain Rot, it was based on this popular game called My Singing Monsters, right? Again, demand signals, dude. 50 million downloads, all right? This is already majorly a kid's game, so there's not much you have to rework. He just skinned it for something that was popping at the same time. Super smart of him, man. I mean, he made a bag on this. Like, shout out to him, bro. So, super mega bonus, low key. Minecraft minigames, dude. Okay? I'm talking like Spleef, Bed Wars, shit like that. You know, you guys have seen this, right? Bed Wars in Minecraft. I don't know, my old OGs. I used to Twitch stream fucking Minecraft, dude, back in like 2014, I want to say, dog. Anyways, Bed Wars, Minecraft minigame. Another one is old school Garry's Mod games. Okay, so if you look at Cole's game here, Hide or Die, what is it actually? It's just Garry's Mod prop hunt, dude. Okay, this was a huge, huge hit back in the day. Again, demand signals, bro, right? Demand signals. And he, again, super smart of him, changed it and made it 6v6. Okay? Because what happens is a lot of kids will see big YouTubers playing a game like Prop Hunt, let's say, for example. And Prop Hunt's only on Steam, and let's say, for example, Prop Hunt cost $20. Okay? Well, maybe the kid doesn't have a PC, the kid doesn't have $20, but he really likes the game. He watches content creators play the game. Okay? So that is what I call a gap in the market, where there's demand for the game from a younger audience, but no one is fulfilling that demand. And that's what Cole did here with Hide or Die. Super smart of him, dude. Right? He saw comments on a YouTube short of a YouTuber playing Prop Hunt, and someone was commenting, where can I play this game? Where can I play this game? I don't have a PC. I wish I could play this game. That's another quick tip, guys, is if you're actually watching some content creators play games, is look for comments like, I wish I could play this game. Where can I play this game? These are, again, signals of demand, dude. Okay? These are signals of demand. And again, for me, the winner out of all of these, because we just went over a lot, dude, as promised at the end of the video, my personal favorite, TikTok challenges. Okay? Just to summarize, again, easy to make mini games. When I posted on Twitter, I got the most comments. This is my favorite fucking comment to receive, dude. Oh, dude. When I see this comment, that's when I know I'm hitting the right button. Because, like, dude, I love talking shit. I mean, it's all love at the end of the day, right? Everyone deserves to succeed, man. It's an abundance mentality. None of this shit should be gatekept. Because, in my opinion, game ideas are everywhere. They're super abundant, okay? What's actually difficult is execution and making sure that people do what they're going to say they're going to do and finding good, talented devs to execute your vision. So that's why I'm bullish on just sharing all this fucking sauce. So anyways, if you guys like this video, let me know in the comments below. Also, fucking crazy, 2K subs in a week. I super grateful. Like, dude, I've had so many YouTube channels in my life. I've never had one blow up this fast. So shout out to you guys. I really appreciate the love. I am going to make a Discord server soon. I'm just an old man and I might need help setting it up. And yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and stay tuned. This was part 1. For part 2, we'll go over some more of this stuff. And yeah, that's it.